Hey guys, welcome back. This is Dan with Math Help Services, here today to do another video tutorial on how to use your account. Today we're going to be looking at the unit review feature, how to set one of these things up, and what exactly it means. So if some of you may have noticed this icon over here that says unit review. So what the unit review allows you to do is take concepts covered in any of these curriculums and combine them into one concise homework assignment. So the sort of theory or reason why the unit review was created was it was a way to do a review assignment of a whole chapter. So you could say, take this chapter, take two questions from each sort of concept here, and send it to your students in one concise package. That's sort of the idea, but it could be used in a number of different ways. It's entirely up to you how you want to use it, and we'll get into how to set it up right now. So we go here. This is very similar to the homework delivery system. You see that you get a title. This one will just say online exam prep, and it will give you the date. I would always change this title to something that made sense to sort of speaks to why you're setting up this unit review. So if it's a review for a chapter test, then put the chapter test. If it's just you're combining concepts or something like that, just put give it a title so your students understand what it is this thing is going to go over. So I'm going to say chapter 1 review. Okay, so I don't know, make that a small. It's not a big one. So now I get the same start date, due date, so it's due tomorrow. Let's push that back a couple days. So I'll say let's make this due next week. End time is 11 p.m. Weight value. So this is something I want you to think about. So every time you send a homework assignment, if you just leave it based on one, and you're used to sending a 5-question homework assignment, each one of those things will be calculated based on. So if let's say you sent 5 homework assignments, each one will be worth 20%. If you're sending one of these unit reviews and you're gonna make a big one, let's say you're gonna make one that's 30 questions or 20 questions, that's a lot more work than your sort of daily homework assignment. So you might want to bump that weight value up. So let's say that I'm used to each 5-question homework assignment I give a weight value of 1. Sometimes you might change it. You might want to bump that up to 4. Okay. We're gonna make sure this is in mathematical reasoning because this is an online assignment. So it's going to reload. Let me just make sure this is, online assignment. That's what I want. It's in the first term, and I'm going to use the smart notification. Now you can see here, same idea as the homework assignment. I can send this to a whole class, or if I want to build a specific review for an individual student, I can go and pick them here. So this is good too. I mean, and I would even change the title, say Dan's unit review or Eric's unit review. If you're sending it to a specific students, it lets them know that you built that assignment specifically for them, and it lets mom and dad know that too. So the next step is to actually build the unit review, to pick the concepts, and we'll go through how to do that right now. So the first thing I want you to notice is how the questions are going to be displayed. So is it going to be a random order? Is it going to be order of units chosen? Or if it's going to be reverse order of units chosen? Those are pretty self-explanatory. So if I picked 5 concepts here, random order would just jumble them up. Order of units chosen would, the order I picked these would that would be the order. Reverse would be just that, the reverse of that. So we're gonna go. Let's put it over to order of units chosen. So let's say I'm doing chapter 2. Oh, we said chapter 1, didn't we? So we'll do chapter 1. So I'll pick some concepts here. So let's say I want to go through this one. This one I'm not going to test using a tape measure, so I'm not going to put that in there. This one, unit for conversions, I want them to focus on that. And then solving, we'll use estimation. So if you notice now, I will have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 questions selected. So you don't necessarily want to send a unit review that big. That's a lot of work, especially if they're requesting remedials. So we kind of recommend sticking around 20 questions for these things, just because if you get over that, they might not go back and redo them. So if they don't get 100% or they get a mark they like. So let's say that I'm going to set this up kind of like maybe I might set up the weights for my chapter test. So I'll go 3 for that. I'm not going to do a lot on that. Metric systems, I think that's an important concept, so I'll bump that up maybe to 6 questions. Converting, we'll leave that at 5. Unit for converting, we'll leave it, let's say make that 3. and estimation, let's say it's not that big of a deal. Let's say it's 3. Again, this is completely arbitrary. So the next thing I want you to focus now these are the number of questions that are going to be drawing on these concepts. So there'll be 3 questions on converting between systems of measurement. The next bit is picking how you want these questions selected. Okay. So this is kind of similar to the homework delivery system. So first thing is random question mode. So this is just going to draw from the database of 40 questions that we have on converting systems of measurement. So if you're happy with the questions before, if you vetted the database before, and you actually sent a homework assignment, you might just want to leave it on random question mode, or you can go into exclude question mode, and that is exactly the same as it was in the homework delivery system. So you're going to go through the database and say, I don't like this question, I don't like this question, I don't like this question, and then once we're done, those 3 questions are removed from the database. The next thing that we can do is that's actually unique to the unit review. We don't have it in the homework delivery system. Is select question mode. So let's say like this one, volume of measurements in cooking. I have 2 questions that the students are going to get. Like each question will get two questions. You might want to reduce that to questions that you're going to test on specifically, and we kind of set it up like this for you. So if I go to manage questions now, I'm going to be selecting questions. So I need to pick at least 2, and then as many as I want. So let's say I know that there's one conversion I like. So I'll go through this and say that's one like that, that's one like that, that's one like that, that's one like that. Of course, this is just arbitrary right now. So now I've picked 5 questions, and I know that these are ones that I'm going to test on or that are completely relevant to the way I'm teaching. And I can just click done now. And those 5 questions will be randomized across the class and for those 2 questions. So that's another way to set this up, so you know that the assignments that you're sending are going to be completely relevant to your student. So once you're comfortable with all this, so let's say the next concepts I want to leave in random question mode. Once you're comfortable with all this, all you do is hit send unit review and just let it build for a second. And just like that, your unit review is sent, and you can manage this under Management My Assignments, Assignments Manage My Assignments, just like you can with any other assignment that you sent. Thanks, guys. I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions or comments, comment below or send us a message on Facebook, Twitter, or shoot me an email. Thanks, guys. Bye now.